The bayou is my home, and Ma tried to raise me the best she could in it. She was paranoid and always had a backup plan. That paranoia only worsened when the corruption came to the bayou. I was 13 years old at the time and not too keen on listening to my elders. She didn't tell me that there were monsters out there, just a sickness. When I decided to go out into the bayou one morning to prove Ma wrong about how dangerous it was, I was expecting gators and snakes. I was not thinking to get dragged under the water by something that used to be human. It attacked like an animal going after food, trying to take a chunk out of me with tooth and nail. Thing ended up putting a nasty cut on my face before I got my knife through its skull. I remember how when I came back to Ma, she was all kinds of upset for me being stupid. Later that night, I realized how quiet the bayou had been. No birds, no frogs, no nothing. I missed the noise, but things change. About a day after I killed that creature, a hunter came. He probably thought our home was empty because we were trying to be quiet and not attract more of them monsters. He came from the shadows, gun drawn as he walked through our front door. Ma charged this stranger with a kitchen knife, thinking he meant us harm. He shot her. He came for me next, thinking the wound on my face was infected. I ran into the bayou, using my home like a maze to confuse him. When he lost track of me, I snuck up and jammed my hunting knife into his throat. The way he killed Ma, the way he fought, there was no emotion and no life in it. You could see a cold rage in his eyes while he bled out. He wasn't fighting naturally. The monster fought like an animal. The hunter fought like something that shouldn't be here. I took the pistol off his body and made my way back home, thinking about what to do now. Ma's body was too heavy for me to carry, so I had to leave her there on the floor. I prepared a pack of things and started to make my way to a man named Percy McCarthy. Like I said, Ma was a paranoid woman and told me that if I ever ended up alone, I should find this man. I had never met him before, but she said he'd take me in without question, and that is what he did. He was well off and real dedicated to getting me a good education in both the sciences and the Bible. I learned a lot of things thanks to him, but a few things caught my eye, and I still think about them to this day. In both scientific research and biblical study, there are times when things have to die in order for something new to come. I learned how God flooded the earth to start things anew, and how some pine trees need fire for their seeds to spread. Both Bible and science show that sometimes things need to die for something new to grow. Even Ma died for me to live. The hunters are stopping that from happening in the bayou, killing the thing that's meant to burn down the old. They say that monsters are unnatural, but from what I saw fighting both monster and hunter, the hunters are the bastards that are destroying my home. They push in on the bayou and say they know what's best when they can't even find their way in it. I even read in the paper how two of them got lost and died because they don't actually know the bayou. They ended up becoming some of the monsters they were trying to get rid of. How are you supposed to fix a place when you don't even know how to walk through it? I did some digging after reading that story and found the American Hunters Association. With some training, they brought me into their ranks. Their initiation makes me ill. They use the corruption to give themselves powers, the bunch of goddamned hypocrites. I started going on these bounty hunts against McCarthy's advice. But what he and the AHA don't know is that I'm not hunting those big monsters. I've come back from a few of those hunts alone and with no bounty to show for it. The hunters took to calling me Johnny the Coward. They think I'm leaving hunters to die and turning tail at the first sign of trouble. There's plenty of hunter corpses with bullet holes that say otherwise. Them monsters are here for a reason. If it's science or God, it doesn't matter none. What matters is that it is allowed to run its course. And the best way I can do that is by killing every damn hunter who sets foot in my bayou.